Yo, what is up, guys? It's Fetchman. Today, hope you all having a fantastic day. Now, today we got some news, like very interesting news, and I think it's more of a rumor, but this comes from Noisy Pixel that Nomura want to make another Final Fantasy Dissida game, and this is very interesting. We're gonna read into the article because last Final Fantasy Dissida game we had was NT, which wasn't that great. But let's read it. So, Square Enix recently hosted a 6th anniversary broadcast for their soon-to-be closed mobile game, Dissida Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And that was a fun game. I like that game. For the mobile, I still play it to this day. And it sucked that it's about to be shut down. And with the final plans for the title, including future hopes, they were discussed amongst staff. So, I didn't know Nomura was a huge part in making that. And again, excuse me if I mess up on this reading this article. The website Noisy Pixels, I wouldn't recommend reading from here because, man, it's filled with ads. But alongside the revelation that there are no plans for an offline version of the game and the story will be fully watchable onto YouTube, Dissida Nomura has expressed desire for the team to create a new Dissida Final Fantasy entry at some point in the future. Specifics weren't stated, such as will this be another gacha game or another console appearance, but the notion is thrilling and nonetheless. Yes. How I feel is that I'm getting tired of seeing games that are obviously like big games that should be on console be put on like the mobile market. And there's a difference between the mobile and portable market, because the mobile market, it's such a money, how do I put it? It's a cash grab, dude. Let's face it, most mobile games are cash grabs that are trying to get your money at the first start. I learned that with Devil May Cry Peak of Combat, which wasn't that great. And I feel like another Dissida mobile game probably won't be as good as Opera Omnia. It will be just another cash grab. But another console game is also like strange, because I'm like, I don't want them to take the mobile game approach like they did with NT, because NT had a lot of things that were, most mobile games had. I believe you had to buy crystals to get into the story mode for some stuff, even after you bought the full game. And I'm like, that's weird. And the thing is, I love the story modes for Dissida. I still did for NT, but let's hope that the plan they want to make is more of a console game. I don't know. Nomura has been replacing Kingdom Hearts spin-offs with with mobile games, so The previous Dissida entry was Dissida Final Fantasy NT, which was a pretty disappointing time for many, as storyline and the character interactions were sidelined in favor of competitive play. This was in direct contrast with the PSP title, which was more akin to a story-heavy action RPG with fighting game elements thrown in about. While probably unlikely, a remaster for Dissida 02 Final Fantasy or a new entry in the same vein entirely would be a dream come true. This is facts. I feel like that's when they hit their peak. The original Dissida game was amazing, and nonetheless, because we never thought we'd ever get such a big crossover splash for like a Dissida game or a Final Fantasy game where all of the protagonists were there and you all got to fight. They even had Final Fantasy 14 games characters. This is before Reborn was a thing, and a lot of Final Fantasy 14 characters are interesting and that could make great fighting game characters. Also, of course, with like Rebirth and Final Fantasy 16, if a new entry in the game is going to come out, it's going to look beautiful as long as it stays on the console. Because there's a lot of benefits to you making a big Dissida game. Because Budokai's back, so that's just saying something. Like, a lot of these older games are making big resurfaces and better. Even if you gotta get a different team to work on it, I feel like it would be, because if we look at the original team for Dissida NT, Dissida NT was by Tecmo Koei, and Tecmo Koei, they have a good track record with fighting games, that they were also like, some of the big people in charge when it came to what was it? They were the ones that worked on Dead or Alive, and they worked on a couple of anime spin-off games, which are because they worked on Attack on Titan as well. But the original team for Dissida, I think, was just Square Enix themselves, and what made that fun was that the gameplay was just amazing for a PSP game in general, and then it was a Final Fantasy fighting game, and I feel like we should get that again. But I don't know what they would change. In my personal opinion, what I would want out of it is a 1v1 fighter. Like 3v3 fighting is amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love games that do that. But I'd want a 1v1 dedicated fighting game that feels like a fighting game, or just feels like a 3D fighter. Cause I love Dissida NT when it worked. When you got a group of people with good connection and y'all were doing your thing, but at the same time, it didn't feel like Dissida. It just was wild and out there. But like, I'd want a dedicating one-on-one fighting game. You can keep the HP and AP attacks, because I thought that was a cool system. And just look at the PSP game and bring it onto consoles. It's not that hard. Y'all don't gotta be that different with it. But those are my thoughts. That's all I gotta really say on it. What do you guys think? Do you guys want another Dissida game? I know for sure I would love to see that. It'd be amazing. But what are your guys' thoughts? Like this video, share this video out. Yeah, and don't forget the article. I got it from Noisy Pixels for people who want to read it for themselves. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.